Everyone, can you please unmute? Everyone, can you put your hand at your chest? Nia, Javi, can you please put your hand at your chest? Everyone say, hello, venerable sir.
Hello, venerable sir.
Nice. Hello, everybody.
Hello, venerable sir.
Okay. So let's sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure your legs, hands, and face are visible in the camera. Baolam is not visible in the camera sufficiently. You cannot see your legs. Oh, Van An and Van Nguyet. You can meditate together in one video, but after that you need to have a separate video, okay? Because you are voting, right? You're telling me how many days in the last week did you meditate and when did you do your homework. So you will need to have your separate device. Okay, I'm talking to Van An and Van Nguyet. So if your parents can provide you with a separate device for each of you, that would be very good. Rixus, are you ready for meditation? Sian. Sian, I cannot see your legs properly, so you will need to adjust your camera. No, doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. You will need to adjust your camera just in 9. Can you show us how will you meditate? Yes, you. Correct. Okay. Okay, but your head is cut off. Your forehead is cut off in the video. I think you need to put your camera a little bit up and then sit far, far away. Yes, you see? Very well. Okay. So as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, make sure your back is erect. And we will close the eyes and we will meditate today 7 minutes. So as we have closed our eyes and keep the back erect, we will make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 7 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 7 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 7 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy. We continue in this manner to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy, and we continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we enjoy this heaviness. We allow this heaviness to grow. And we can now share the peace we have with other living beings. In our minds, voicelessly, we will wish, we will allow, may all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. We stay where we are. We don't go anywhere. We stay where we are, right there. And we will take one more minute, during which we will not move at all, and just watch what's going on in the mind. So we are watching out for any feelings, for any thinking. Are there any thoughts? Is there any seeing or hearing? What does the mind do right now? Very well. So I have noticed that Tui An did not have her camera prepared correctly. So you need to prepare your camera so that your legs, hands, and face are well visible in the camera. Alright? Tui An. How will you sit next week? How will you sit during our next class? Can you show us? Tui An. Okay, that was fast. And then Evelyn Han. How will you sit during our next class? How will you meditate? Can you show us? Can you sit in your meditation posture? You see? And we cannot see your legs in this way. So you need to adjust your camera. Ideally, you keep your camera on some chair or some stool, and we look at you from above. Okay, this is a little better. Shoo, how did you meditate? Can you show me how did you meditate? Can you sit in your meditation posture? So that's not a meditation posture. Okay, this is better. So Shoo, you need to meditate in this posture. Okay, be very careful about that. All right. So Yes, Crixus. So let's move on to our reciting. We'll be reciting 3 refuges and 5 precepts. So I would like to ask everybody to unmute. Okay, including Robert. Wembo Wa. You need to unmute. Wembo Wa. Yes, yes, I'm talking to you. You need to unmute. We're going to do something. Nguyen Havi. Nguyen Havi, you need to unmute. Yes, yes, I'm talking to you.
No.
You need to unmute. Zhang Hu Kan Fuong also needs to unmute. Zhang Hu Kan Fuong.
No, touch it.
Yes, you need to unmute. Zhang Hu Kan Fuong.
Oh,
You need
this
to
is how we
unmute.
changed it. Can't do
Yes.
it.
Alex also needs to unmute. Everybody needs to unmute.
Press.
Okay. So now you can keep your hands together at the chest, including Van An and Van Nguyet. You can keep your hands together at the chest. Okay, that looks good. Van Bo Wa. All right, looks fine. Wang Kai also. As soon as you're ready, you can keep your hands together at the chest. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Okay, so some of you have missed it. So when I say Yamahang vadami tang vadeta means repeat after me. So you don't tell me repeat after me because you will not be able to tell me what am I going to repeat, right? Instead, you will just say Ama Bhante. Right? So let's try it again. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Okay. So now you can repeat after me. All right. Remember to keep your hands together at the chest, including Felix. Aham Bhante. Yes, be careful. Ahang is different from ama. Ahang, ama. Totally different. Okay. Now what you say is ahang. So let's try it again. Aham Bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang. Dhammang yajami. Anugraham katva. Silang deta. Me bhante. Anukampang. Upadaya. Dutiyampi aham bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anugraham katva. Silang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Tatiyampi aham bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anugraham katva. Silang detha me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Teen men, can you hear me? Teen men, I'm talking to you. So, teen men, you will need to pay attention during our class. This is my first warning. Upon the third warning, that's the end of your class for today. So you need to pay attention. No more games. Okay? You're always doing something else during my classes. I don't appreciate that. Teen men, I'm talking to you. Teen men. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're always doing something else during my classes. I don't like that. Teen men, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you, teen men. You're always doing something else during my classes. That's not okay. You will need to pay attention. This is my first warning. So let's continue. So I will now say that going for refugees is complete, and you can reply, yes, Venerable Sir. So let's do it together. Sarana gamanang paripunnang. So some of you again did not understand. So what I say you cannot repeat at this moment, because I am just announcing to you what happened and you only agree. You only say ama bhante. So let's try it again. Sarana gamanang paripunnang. Okay, I feel like some of you still didn't understand. You only say ama bhante. So let's try it for the third time. Sarana gamanang paripunnang. Okay, very good. So now we're going to the 5 precepts. So the first precept means I follow the rule of refraining from killing living beings. Panatipata, Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Second precept means I follow the rule of refraining from stealing, so we never steal. Adinadana, Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Now the third rule means I follow the rule of refraining from sexual misconduct. So that means when you are married, you cannot fall in love with someone who is not your wife or your husband. And you also cannot fall in love with someone who has a different husband or wife from you. Okay. Kame sumichhachara, Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. The fourth rule means I follow the rule of refraining from false speech. It means we never tell lies. Musavada, Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. The fifth precept means I follow the rule of refraining from drinking alcohol and taking drugs. Sura Meraya Majja, Pamadatthana, Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. So now I will encourage you all to protect and follow the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts very well and make efforts mindfully. Who's doing that sound? Who's doing that sound? Who's doing that sound? Who's doing that sound? That's what pigs do, right? Right? Who's doing that sound? Huh? Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Take a tissue and clean your nose into the tissue. Do not play a pig. You're a human. Everybody here is a human. Everybody here is a human. So behave like a human so that you maintain your dignity. Right? So now I will encourage you to follow and protect the 3 refuges and 5 precepts and to stay mindful. What is to be mindful? Well, to know what's going on in your mind. What is mindful? When you know what is going on in your mind. For the third time, what is to be mindful? To be mindful means that you know what's going on in your mind. So that's what I'm encouraging you to be, and you can then reply Ama Bhante. So let's try it together. Tisaranena Sadhing Panchasilang Dhammang Sadhukang Surakkhitan Katva Appamadena Sampadetha. Very well. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana. Okay, very good. So now we shall look at your homework. We'll be looking at your homework, and I will actually be looking at the homework that needs some improvement. All right. So do we have here Cherry? Cherry, please raise your hand. And Felix, please raise your hand. And Lucas, please raise your hand. And Le Nguyen, please raise your hand. And Tin Min, please raise your hand. And Robert and Wembowa, please raise your hand. Wembowa, are you here with us? Wembowa, you cannot lie down during this class.
Could you kindly unmute everyone?
Okay. So, okay, Wembowa, that's fine. That's pretty good. So let's start with
Could you
Cherry.
kindly unmute?
Unmuted.
Okay. So, Cherry, you can. I'll show you what I have, and then you tell us. So you know what you wrote, Cherry? You wrote, I am grateful to my friends for sending me to good schools. Look at that. This is what I'm seeing. Oh. Can you see it? I am grateful for my friends for sending me to school. Is this correct? Is this what you wanted to write, Cherry?
No, I think in the first place it was like parents, and then I wanted to write something else with friends, and then I forgot to change the last part.
I see. So what do you want to write?
I said, well, I kind of probably just like forgot about it, and I just wanted to keep it.
Okay, so what shall we do with this sentence?
Just I'm grateful for my parents for sending me to good schools.
Okay. And we are grateful too. Okay. Nice. Thank you very much. So that's all for Cherry, and we'll be continuing to Felix. So Felix, there are quite a few things. My dad taught me how to throw a football. And what? Felix. And what?
Huh?
Felix, what did you want to say here? What's your intention to say here in this sentence?
My dad.
I understand. So what do you want to say? Now, I asked you to write sentences starting with I am grateful to, right? So that's what's missing here. You need to add here, I am grateful to my dad for teaching me how to throw a football. I am, but you do not usually throw a football, right? But that's fine. I'm fine if that's what you learned from your dad and you're happy about it. Why not? So I am grateful to my dad for teaching me how to throw a football. Probably you meant how to throw a ball, right? Or what did you mean? What did you mean? What did your dad teach you? Did he teach you how to throw a football or just a ball?
A football.
A football. But usually you do not throw footballs, right? Because instead you usually kick footballs.
No, I'm talking about different football.
You're talking about different football. Well, then do you see the word foot in the football word?
I have a football that's throwing.
You have a throwing football one, then that's probably the only football in the world. Okay, no problem with that. Then let's move on. So how will you correct this sentence? It's not complete. The parents buy clothes for me. So How do you complete the sentence?
My parents are grateful by buying clothes for me.
Your parents are grateful. Probably not. Try it a
What?
different way.
My parents
No, no,
are
no.
grateful.
No, no,
Well,
no.
well,
I.
I mean, I am grateful
Yes, I think so. I am
for
grateful.
to my parents.
Yes, that's correct. To my parents for buying clothes for me. That's good. Nice. Now let's move on. My parents let me play outside. So how is this sentence complete?
I
How to
am
make it
grateful by my parents let me play outside.
Okay, very well. Then my parents let me have a sleepover. How do you put it? How do you say it completely?
I am grateful for my parents.
I'm grateful to my parents for letting me having a sleepover. My dad taught me how to shoot a basketball. How do you complete the sentence?
I am grateful for my dad teaching me how to shoot a basketball.
Nice. For teaching me how to shoot a basketball. Okay, my parents wash my clothes. How do you complete
I
it?
am grateful by my parents to wash my clothes.
For washing my clothes. My parents make money.
I am grateful for my parents making money.
But how is that helpful to you? I don't accept this sentence. You need to write, what are you grateful for yourself, right? You need to
My
benefit
parents,
yes.
I am grateful to my parents teaching me how to wash my dishes.
Okay. Okay, that works. My parents play with me. How do you complete the sentence?
I'm grateful. No. I guess I'll just erase it.
Yeah, we can erase it, whatever you want.
I am grateful my parents make me food.
Make me what?
Food.
Oh, can you spell it?
MAKE space FOOD.
For making you food. Okay, I'm grateful to my parents for making food for me. Okay, that's pretty good. Nice. I'm fine with that. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's move on to Lucas. Do we have Lucas here? Yes, we do. So, Lucas, you say, I am grateful for my mom for the love she gives me. Okay, but here you are actually grateful to your mom, okay, for something. Now, what kind of love is that you receive? What is this love? What do you mean by that? Felix, you cannot lie down during this class. Please kindly sit down. Lucas, what do you mean by love?
By hugging me?
By hugging you. Okay. I'm grateful to my mom for hugging me. Is that what you wanted to say?
Well, yeah, but my mom gave me a lot of love, but hugging is one of them.
I think I didn't understand. Can you please repeat it?
I just wanted to write love, but hugging is one thing that
Is one thing,
for
yeah.
the love.
But it's clear, you know, because if you just write love, it's not clear. So I want to be clear about what's that. Okay, I'm grateful for my uncle for the fun she gives me. But uncle is he, right? Or
Yeah.
how do you get uncle she?
I I I was like writing, but I accidentally wrote she instead of he.
Aha,
I
so it's
must have
still
wrote that.
uncle, okay. And what do you mean by funs?
Oh, it's supposed to be fun, not
Okay, what do you
S.
mean by fun? Tell me
Like
more
we
detail.
play together.
Okay, so you're grateful to your uncle for playing with you. Okay, that sounds good. Nice. Thank you very much, Lucas. And we are moving on to Leung Nguyen. Do we have you here? I don't see Leung Nguyen. Are you here with us? So, not yet. Tin Min. Tin Min, are you here with me? Tin Min, we have there some problems. Let's see if we can resolve them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say I thank you, that's fine. You can say I thank you, or you can say I'm grateful, that's totally the same. But I don't understand the sentence. What do you mean by that? I thank you, Grandma, for I want to have she deal with it. Doesn't look like an English sentence. What do you want to say? Please explain.
It means when I want to have something or buy something, yeah, do it. She's still buying it for me.
I see. So I thank you, Grandma, for buying for me whatever I need. Is that right? Is that correct? Tin Min. Now, is this new
Yes.
version correct? Okay. Yeah. I thank you to my teacher Bhante, his name Bhikkhu Visuddhimaka, but Visuddhamma. But what do you thank him for? You need to explain what do you thank for?
We are some of the verse.
Excuse me?
For teaching me some of the verse.
What kind of verse? As for some, like some verses of Buddhism, some Buddhist verse, or what are those verses about?
Verse of Kali like Megala Sutta or Metta nothing or progress field or Buddha, but not
Okay. So for teaching me Pali recitation, is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Now let's continue. I thank you, my teacher. Nan, her name is Chittarakkhita. What for?
For teaching me the what when we are the monks or nun, we should do.
For teaching me about the roles of monks and nuns?
Yes.
Okay, very well. I thank you to my teacher in America. His name is Isiagel and Noble. That's fine, but what for?
Are teaching me about the universe and scientists.
Okay. So this we have done. Now let's move on to Robert. I am grateful for my friends that are there for me. But how are they there for you? What do you mean by that?
When they help me out.
Okay, I'm grateful to my friends for helping me whenever I need. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Wembo wa. You have here two things. I am grateful for my parents that they give me a life and a good life. And then you say, I am grateful for my mother because she born me and gave me life. You see, it's the same thing or similar. So you will have to find something else. Wembowa. What else shall we write here?
Grateful for my parents that they give me food.
Very good. Thank you very much. You already have it there. It's duplicate. No, not accepted. You need to find something that you don't have there yet. Something new. So,
Oh, I am grateful for my friends that they help me.
with what? What do they help you with?
I am grateful for my mother because she take care of me.
Okay. All right. That should be enough. Thank you all very much. As you can see, we still have here quite a lot of people who did not write their homework. Like Titi came today, but she didn't do homework. And Rere and Pshu Pshu also came here today, no homework. Famti Tuhian didn't complete the homework. There are two more things missing. And Nathan and May also. Nathan is missing 2 things. May is missing 10 things. You see, that's not okay. Livia and Kiara and Kai Nguyen and Justin, Jasmine, they didn't, I don't know whether they came actually today. Jackson did not complete it. And Franklin and Evelyn also. Evelyn came today. We didn't get your homework. Edward didn't come today. Dustin, nothing. You see, totally empty. Crixus, yeah. Crixus, where's your homework? Crixus, did you do your homework?
My mom forgot it.
Your mom forgot to upload it. Well, then that's fine. Chelsea, are you here with us?
No, no, it didn't work on it.
Chelsea, are you here with
Forgot to
us?
tell me.
I'm talking to Chelsea. Chelsea is not here probably. And then Akari Nai. Do you have Akari Nai? I don't see that person. Okay, whatever. So those of you who did not do homework, you will need to do it. That's not okay. This is a very important homework. Nice. So that's for homework. And now, does anyone have any question? Crixus, what do you want to say? Crixus, would you like to tell me something?
No.
No? Okay, so you can remove your hand. All right, many people are going to the bathroom. So some people go to drink water. May, what is it you want to tell me?
Where are you now?
Now I'm in New York.
New York?
Yeah.
I want you here in California. When are you coming back to California again?
I am? I will come to California after about
When?
3 weeks
3 weeks?
in mid-July. Yeah. Did we meet when I was in California? May, did we meet when I was in California? Did we already meet? No, we didn't meet. So what did you do?
No,
Why didn't you come and see me?
where is he now?
New York.
You see? I was in California and you didn't come. Where do you live in California, May? No, I don't hear you. You need to unmute.
Daly City.
I was in Daly City. I was in Daly City when I was in California. You see? You didn't come to see me.
I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Okay, that's good. Bennett, what can I do for you?
Daly City is always cold.
Is it cold? Okay. I didn't feel cold there.
Yes.
Okay, Bennett.
Wait, in New York, which street do you live in? And like, do you live in Queens or something?
I'll tell you. I will tell you where I am now in New York. I am now in a meditation center, Beverly Road, Port Washington.
Wait, really?
Port Washington. Beverly Road.
Wait, that kind of sounds like George Washington, but different.
No, it's Port. P-O-R-T. P like Paul, O-I like Oliver, R like Richard, T like Tom, P-O-R-T. Port Washington.
Okay.
Okay, New York. So I will be here for about 2 weeks. So if you like to come, you can come and see me. Franklin?
I did my full homework.
You did your full homework. So
Yeah.
you will need to discuss with your parents whether they submitted it. And if they did, they will have to discuss with Tutam whether she has received it.
Sorry, Bante.
Maybe I did though.
Sorry, Franklin. I received already 10 sentences from you. I will update. I missed one. I missed.
Okay. Well, Franklin, when did you do your homework?
At computer.
And no, when? When, on what day?
Thursday.
On Thursday. Okay, that's good. All right. And when did your parents send it to Tutam?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Thank you very much. We will update that. Thank you. Cherry?
So I kind of have like normally when you go to different places, how long do you normally stay there? And do you know which places are you going?
Yes. I usually know how long I will stay there because that's what the people who are in charge of my trip, what they decide. I myself usually don't decide about it. Interestingly, whatever I decide about the US, that's exactly what I cannot have. Whenever I decide I want to go there, no, that's exactly where I cannot go. Okay. So it doesn't work. I need to follow the invitations, and I stay in each place only based on the invitation. So when people invite me for 2 weeks, I stay 2 weeks. When people invite me for 3 weeks, I stay 3 weeks. That's how it usually works. And I know my itinerary at this moment. So I will be staying in New York until 6th of July. Then I move to Florida, and I will be in Florida from 7th of July until 14th of July. And then I will be in California from 14th of July until 24th of July. And then on 24th of July, I return back to Vietnam. Okay. All right. So, any more questions? Yes, Alex? I met your mom today.
I have a question
Yes,
about
please.
you moving.
Okay.
Is it weird when you like first arrived to America?
There was a long queue waiting for the approval, and somebody came up to me and to my assistant, and they said, "Come with me." And we skipped like all of that queue and went basically to the officer right away. And until today, I don't understand why they did it. So that was pretty weird when I came to America. Otherwise, everything's normal. When I visited New York, yesterday I came to New York. That was my first time that I came to New York, like the city. Before I visited the airport, I had to wait in the airport for another flight about 3 years ago, but I didn't visit the city. So yesterday I visited New York for the first time, and I was quite impressed by the very tall buildings. But the very old semaphores. I don't know how you call it in traffic lights. Traffic lights. So old traffic lights, like in New York. It looks like 50 years old traffic lights. It's amazing. These traffic lights just dangling here, you know, from above. That's so amazing. Yeah. But otherwise, everything's normal. Okay, Alex?
Right, thank you.
Sư duy khôi nguyên.
How many countries have you been to?
Wow, I lost the count. I think about could be 10 or 20. Okay. Văn Nguyệt. Văn Nguyệt. What can I do for you? Văn Nguyệt. If you have something to say it.
Where does the Buddha come?
I don't understand the sentence. You want to know where is the Buddha now? Or where did which places did the Buddha visit? What is your question?
Where does
Yes, I'm listening.
He says where the Buddha come, Bante.
I don't understand.
Okay, can you say again? One way.
One minute. Please write it for us in the chat box. That's better. Alex.
I have a question about killing.
Yes,
What
please.
if you kill something but you didn't do it on purpose, but you were glad you killed the thing?
So, what's the question?
What if you kill something and you didn't mean to do it, but you're glad you killed it?
Then, what's the question? You need to ask the full question.
What if you kill
What
like
if?
an
I understand.
animal?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you need to ask me the question. Then, for example, you could say, what do you think about it? Or what will happen to me if I do that? Or what did the Buddha say about it? You need to ask the full question so that I answer accurately what you need.
Would that like still count as like a thing when you die? Like that would be against you?
I see. So is that a bad action if you unintentionally kill something, but then you're happy about it? Is that correct?
Yes.
Um, in Buddhism, we understand feelings as passive thing, not as active. So you are not accruing new bad deed if you feel something, because that's a result. It's not action. You know what I mean? So because it's passive, because it's result, it doesn't have any power at all. Is it clear? Cherry?
When did you start traveling?
I started to travel when I was 20. Until I was 20, I visited furthest the neighboring country of our country. And that was only because I was a singer. I was singing in the school, well, how do you say it? Choir? Or I don't know how you
Choir?
choir. Oh, choir. Yes, thank you. I sang in the school choir, and so we went with the school choir from Czech Republic to Germany, which is very close. You know, our country is tiny, tiny little country. So I visited the neighboring country, Germany, for about one afternoon, and then I went back. And then I think when I was about 18 years old, I visited Austria, which is another neighboring country, with my friend, and that was also just for one afternoon because we were carrying there some, I think, some clothes. I was helping him with carrying some clothes to Austria, and that's all. So almost nothing. Then, however, I decided to become a monk, so I made a lot of money, and I traveled the first time by airplane when I was 20, and I traveled to Sri Lanka, to Asia. Then there I was a new monk, so people didn't know me and I didn't have any support. So I stayed in Sri Lanka for about 4 years until I got the support to go to Myanmar. So I got the support to go to Myanmar. So somebody donated a flight ticket and I went to Thailand, and then from Thailand to Myanmar. That was when I was about 25. And then after about 1 year, I started to be invited to different countries. So I visited then Singapore, and then I visited Australia, and then after about 5 years of staying in Myanmar, I became a meditation teacher. So then as a meditation teacher, I started to travel to various countries, namely Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, then Vietnam. In Europe, I visited Czech Republic, France, then Sweden, UK, Germany. Then in the US, I visited Florida and California. And then while I was in Vietnam last year, I visited Cambodia and Japan.
And I have just one more thing to say.
Mhm.
When you were in those different countries, did you notice anything did you notice anything different than you normally are used to?
Yeah. Every time I'm going to a country, there are some interesting things and new things to learn about the people's culture, about the people's beliefs, about the people's customs and ideas and behavior and difficulties. But I'm more individualistic. I like to appreciate more the specialties and the uniqueness of every single person. As soon as you start to say people of this country are like this, people of that country are like that, then you run into so many problems. So I'm happier to take every person as unique. Okay, Alex?
Yes, I have a question before you knew about like Buddhism and stuff. Before you want to be a monk, what did you want to be when you grow up?
I wanted to be a chemist. I thought it's an amazing thing to take 2 or 3 different chemicals and make something totally else. So I enjoyed very much chemistry. Otherwise, I wanted to be businessman. I started business and I saw that I can be actually very rich, that I'm able to work with money in such a way that I can actually increase money so far that I can be actually very rich. So I enjoyed being a businessman. And I was a businessman. I was very rich. I had 4 times more salary than my dad. But I was 20 years old and my dad was how many? Oh, my dad is so much older than me. My dad was about 54 years old and he was a teacher at a high school. But I was a businessman, so I made so much of money.
Thank you.
All right. So a little bit about me. Where does the Buddha existing? Okay, so you probably want to know where is the Buddha now. So the Buddha did not say whether he will actually exist or not. So the Buddha did not actually provide the full answer. But the main point is that the Buddha never was. And when you understand that the Buddha never was, you understand that the question whether the Buddha exists or not is not useful, because if the Buddha never was, you cannot ask where is the Buddha, right? And the point is that none of us is. I am not. You are not. Think about it. Okay. Anything else? Any more question? Baolam, are you 2 people there or 1 person there? Seems like you are 2 people. Are you both students of this class? Or just one of you with yourself? Just one. Is that you? Are you the student?
No, I am the student. This is my little sister.
Oh, that's your little sister. How old is your sister?
She is 7 or 8.
Okay. Does she follow our class?
No, she's my mom. Just me.
Just you. Okay. It's fine. Nice. So it was a pleasure to see everybody. Now regarding our the homework, so we'll get back to our book. So let's look at our book. So what did you do the last time? You did gratitude journal, right? So let's move on. And for next week, you can read Forgiveness Frees Me.
Devante, we finished this, Devante.
They were already doing Forgiveness Frees Me?
Yeah, Devante.
Okay, then that's fine. So clench and let go. And the cold porcupines. The cold porcupines and clench and let go. So you can read these 2 little chapters and just write 1 single sentence for us. All right, we want only 1 sentence. So you will either write 1 sentence from the Cold Porcupines, or you will write 1 sentence from Clench and Let Go. You can write as many as you want for yourself, but share with us only 1. All right, choose the best. Okay, so that's for homework. That's pretty good. Anyone has any more question? Anything you'd like to say? Van Nguyet, I think I already answered to your question, or up to some extent. Nice. So it was a pleasure to see everyone, and I hope to see you next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be successful in everything you do.
Thank you very much, Bante. Everyone, can you please unmute? Put your hand at your chest. Confirm, can you put your hand at your chest? Everyone, can you please say goodbye, Venerable Sir?
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Venerable Sir.